had the honor of directing a short called Socrates Funeral, which was written by Morter. This is an absurdist piece with Elmore featured as Aristotle and Othman Alawy featured as Socrates. We had a really good time putting this scene together today, and we're fortunate enough to have some professional insight on the history and the philosophy of the whole thing. We had a lot of fun with it, and we hope you enjoy.
Who died? Oh, well, judging by your outfit, I'd say your wife.
A comedian for every tragedy, huh? How is she, by the way?
Well, she's not dead, though her complaints may suggest otherwise. I figure that she'll stop me from being sad one day.
Living with her hasn't taught you anything?
Well, you live with life every day, and until you die, what will that teach you? Besides to avoid your bowels after it leaves.
You don't think he... I guess they all do, don't they?
It's what I like to remind myself of whenever I put my pants on. The universal one-leg theory, right?
Because I just have such a hard time picturing it. Wasn't he noble?
We all make mistakes, accidents.
Not about life and death. Not when there's so much significance. They can't all be like that.
You wouldn't think so?
What position you're lying in?
What position I sleep in? What dreams you never act on?
Whether you wear a mask.
Whether anybody bothers to look through it?
The same mistakes that you keep repeating over and over from the past.
Can you learn without
You
repetition?
can't learn without repetition. Who died?
If I give an answer, will you stop asking?
Maybe. Will it be true?
Does it matter if you believe it?
What if I choose not to believe?
Then why don't you change your perspective and try again?
You want me to... Was it me?
You're getting somewhere. Does it feel that way?
I'm in a coffin. What?
More of a casket, really. Could be worse. Have you attended any funerals recently?
Is there any problem with attendance?
It is checking a box. It is showing up as an obligation. It is placing worth on a punched ticket. Work this out with me, would you?
What do you want?
Answers that aren't questions. A sparring partner. You up for it?
I'm up for anything, but I can't find my way down. Can you help me?
Repeat the question, can you?
I'm up for anything, but I can't find a way down.
Repeat it again.
I can't find a way down. Can you help me?
Again!
Can you help me?
Why? Doesn't it make sense?
Who died?
What do you think?
I don't know what to think. Who can tell me?
Why don't you ask yourself?
Who can tell me what to think?
Who can tell me what to think? Who can tell me what to think? Who can tell me what to think? Is it empty in there?
Isn't everything?
Do you live in a vacuum?
My thoughts do.
Who chooses which thoughts live and breathe and which ones die?
Was he a thought?
Does it matter?
What was he like?
What do you think?
Why won't you tell me?
Why don't you try?
Why is there so much uncertainty?
Exactly! You used to be my role model, you know? Where did you learn all of those lessons?
I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think.
Where did your inspiration stem from?
By all means, marry. If you get a good wife, you'll become happy. If you get a bad one, you'll become a philosopher.
What happened to you, old man?
To find yourself, think for yourself.
Yeah. Except I've done that already. Haven't I?
An unexamined life is not worth living.
It is the mark of an educated man to entertain a thought without accepting it.
True knowledge exists in knowing that you know nothing.
Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall gain easily what others have labored hard for.
That one's mine. Isn't it?
We are what we repeatedly do. Did I say that?
Did I?
Does it matter? When all these thoughts are now mine? What good is it to teach anyone if they think they have learned these lessons already? How can you quantify the curricula of a lifetime? Is the teacher the one who understands, or the one who has the most to learn? And what does it matter when the best teachers wind up poisoned by the very government that they want to see improved by the efforts of their pupils?
That wasn't what it was about, Aristotle. Did you not learn from what I did? You did, didn't you?
What do I do now? How do I keep going?
When did you stop listening to me?
How could you leave when there was so much untaught?
Are you creating or are you devouring?
What am I supposed to think now?
Why do you insist upon being unhappy? When did you stop finding joy in uncertainty? Why don't you let the gray area challenge your future? Is the box meant for everyone? Who designs it? And how much longer will you cry before you realize it's your responsibility now?
Why can't you just answer my questions?